everybody? It's your girl Tyra and I am back again with another video. I am so excited today because I have my friend Raven here with me. Hello. And today we are going to be collabing on a great video. So we were just talking and we were talking about the things that we missed from the South. And with us both being vegan, where you're like, are you flexitarian? What do you call it?
Vegetarian.
Vegetarian, yes, that's what she calls it. She's
vegetarian.
Yes, she's vegetarian. So I am going to make for you guys, well, we are going to make for you guys today beignets, vegan style, 2 ways.
2.
Come on. Hey, come on. That's right. Hey. Tyra, the creative. That's right. Hey, the creative.
2 ways. And it's very quick and easy, y'all. Just like all the other recipes that I do on What's Cooking with Tyra, this one is going to be very easy and you can do it at home. So let's get started.
I'm excited.
Yes.
You guys, I love beignets, so
yes.
I'm excited.
Yes. How many times have you had beignets? You had
okay, so I had them the one time here in LA, and then I was like, oh my god, this is so good. I had never had them. And then I went and I visited New Orleans, and I had like the real authentic ones. Changed my life. Literally, I was like, where has this been all my life? And here I am thinking the ones that I had, like, here, I think it's like in North Hollywood somewhere, are like, oh, this is so good. Like, no. I was in New Orleans, I was like, bro, this is the truth. So,
yes,
I'm excited.
Yes, I love beignets too. And I'm going to actually let y'all know a little secret. So, I am from Louisiana, but I don't go to New Orleans like that.
Gotcha.
So I had beignets for the first time. I'll have to say, literally, I was like in high school when I had beignets for the first time. And that's like bad because I live right there. And it's like, girl. But hey, I mean, what can I say? I just never made it down there. So, but we are going to make them today and I'm super excited. This recipe is very easy. Very quick, except for the proofing period for the beignets, but we're going to get it going. Okay, so first we're going to get all of our stuff ready to be mixed into the bowl. So we're going to take our vinegar, which is in this right here. It's like a tablespoon of vinegar. I'll put all of the ingredients and their measurements in the description box below for you guys. But we're going to take that and we're going to put it into our milk.
Vinegar and milk.
Yes.
Actually, and this is what type of milk? Almond?
Yeah, I'm using almond milk. But if you like a creamier product, you can definitely use cashew milk, soy milk. Those tend to give you a more creamy flavor in things that you bake with. So
gotcha.
Yeah, so we're going to mix that in there. And it's going to start to curdle a little bit. That's just like if you're making like a regular cake with buttermilk.
Right.
It makes that same effect. Like if you just have regular milk and add vinegar, it does the same thing as buttermilk. So we're going to sit that to the side for about 10 minutes until we're ready for it. Okay. And next we're also going to take our dry yeast that we have in here. I mixed it with a tablespoon of sugar because when yeast ferments, it has to eat so it can grow to make your dough proof and get, you know, all of the bubbles. So sugar and yeast is in there. We're going to mix it with 1/4 cup of warm water, which is right there.
We have our agua.
Yes.
And then you pour it in here?
Yeah, we're going to pour it in there and then we're going to mix that around with the fork just to make sure that all the yeast is moisturized.
Like eggs?
Yes. Yes, like eggs, yes. Hey, whip it up. Hey.
Like a stir fry. In the kitchen, looking like a stir fry.
Perfect. That looks very good. Yeah, let me get this.
Look, I'm like, what these taste good?
So, yes. And you can already smell it. Like, once you start to smell the yeast, it's starting to do its thing. So, it's going to start to, like, bubble up and grow. So, we'll show you guys that when, you know, when we're ready for that. Yes. So next in this bowl we have our flour. I have 3 cups of regular flour. You can use organic flour, oat flour, whatever kind of flour you like. I just got regular all-purpose flour here. And I'm going to also put in some baking soda and baking powder.
Baking soda. I got baking soda.
Whip it. I'm in love with the cocoa. Hey. Hey. And some sugar as well because your beignets gotta be a little sweet, you know.
A little.
Yeah, a little sweet.
Yeah,
oh yeah, a actually, I'm sorry, you guys. If you don't know what a beignet is, yes, I didn't even say that. Excuse me, I got ahead of myself. So if you guys don't know and while we're talking, I'm gonna mix that up. If you guys don't know what a beignet is, it's kind of like a fried donut. It's a mix between a donut and a funnel cake.
Right.
So it has the texture of a donut, but it tastes like a funnel cake. And they're really popular in New Orleans. If you've ever, or if you want to go to New Orleans, definitely go to Cafe Du Monde and have 3 beignets and some hot chocolate, or you have the coffee when you go. Yeah. Or have some coffee. And I'm telling y'all,
It changes.
Yeah, it'll change your life.
I don't even like coffee, but like my friend, he loves coffee, so he's like, okay, he got a coffee. I actually ordered orange juice, and he was like, orange juice, but I didn't even know. I didn't know. Like, to me, it was like breakfast time, so I'm thinking a donut and orange juice. I don't know. And so then he had the coffee, and then I was just like, okay, let me try it. And I like dipped it in the coffee. Mm-hmm. Done. I was sold.
Yeah,
this is amazing. So
bring them on over. Bring it over. Bring it on over.
So go get your beignets.
Yes, definitely go get your beignets. Right. You have to.
Right.
So next, we are going to take our vegan butter. I'm using Earth Balance vegan butter, and we're going to put it into our flour mixture. And using a fork, we're going to cut. It's called cutting. We're going to cut the butter into the flour. So we want a fine crumb texture. Mm-hmm. So we're literally just going to like go in there.
Mash it up.
Yeah. Okay. Mash it up in there like this. This is just to distribute the fat through the flour, but you don't want to melt it because it's going to give the beignets the wrong texture. Like the dough isn't going to be the same texture if you melt the
Let me hold my breath. I don't want to breathe on it too hard.
Girl, right. You can do a little bit. Just yep, that's all you gotta do. If I'm doing like a big batch, I like to do it with my hands, but I'm trying to be a little clean today, just a little bit, so. I might have to go in there a little bit after, but I would start with a fork or a pastry blender, whatever you have, to just start cutting that butter into the flour.
Okay.
And if you ever wanted to like go over to the wild side or anything, this is the part where you add in like any kind of flavors. Like if you want to do lavender, or if you want to do like cinnamon.
I was gonna say like cinnamon.
Yeah. Okay. This will be the part to do it. So now you see how it looks like a little thick now.
I see.
That's how you want your dough to
look. Looks like you know, like in the playground, you have like the sand bit.
Yes.
That's what it looks like now.
Yes. So that's how you want it to look. That's how you know that you got the butter everywhere that it needs to go.
Nice.
All right. And next we are going to put that over to the side, and we are going to take this same mixture here, and we're going to add in our aquafaba. Aquafaba is literally the juice from a can of chickpeas. So this is what it looks like. Give that a little mix. And now we are gonna, we're gonna take our yeast mixture,
and put it in here?
Yes, so you see all the bubbles and stuff starting to grow? The yeast is alive and well. You wanna use warm water, because if you use cold water or water that's too hot, the yeast will stay dormant, or you can actually kill it if the water is too hot. And now that this is together, we are going to take our bigger bowl, and we're ready to make our batter one. So I'm gonna dump that into a bigger bowl, and we're gonna make a well in the center so we can pour in all of our liquid.
Okay.
So literally you just take like
your knuckles?
Yeah, your knuckles, and make a
doing that.
Make like a big hole in the middle. Okay, after you make your well, then we're gonna pour in our liquid into that hole, and we're gonna mix it all together. The reason you do it this way instead of like, just pouring it all on top is because it'll minimize the clumps, because you can take as much flour and mix into the water or the liquid as you want to at a time, instead of everything crazy and clumpy. That's a lot more liquid than we anticipated.
Right.
Okay. So then we're just gonna go around a little bit. See how it comes back in.
Right.
and just start mixing. So it's gonna form like a soft dough, which is what we have here. And we're gonna, this is the fun part. Are you ready?
Uh-oh.
We're about to knead the dough now.
Knead the dough.
Yeah, we're about to knead the dough. So we're gonna flour our workspace. And I'm also gonna put some on the top.
It's like arts and crafts in school.
Yes, that was my favorite. I remember I found out that I liked to bake because we made, in 2nd grade, we made like peach melba in class. And of course it had like store-bought everything. Like, everything was already made. We just put it together. But I was just like, I really like this. And that's how it started. So we're going to take our dough and we're just going to start bringing it into itself until it starts to come together. This is a very messy job. So I'm going to just get this started for you, and then once it comes together a little bit more.
Right. She's like in track, the first leg.
Yeah, I'll take the first leg.
She's going to be the first leg. Because
it is very messy. Don't get discouraged because it's so messy, though. That's why I didn't want you to be like, oh,
right.
So, because that's how I used, girl, when I first started culinary school, that's exactly how I used to be. I don't know what's going on.
Right. I don't think I'm doing this
right. I didn't do something right. Yes.
All right, guys. Welcome to Chef RAVO.
Yes.
No. I'm already scared. I got nervous as soon as I touched it. So,
yeah.
Yes.
No. You are doing good. I want to get that on camera. Oh my God. Let me wash my hands.
Wait. Oh Lord. Oh no. This is how we knead the dough. Knead the dough. Knead the dough. Don't mess up the dough. Just because we need the dough.
Right. We really need the dough. So now we're just going to put it back in the bowl that it came out of.
Wow.
Just like that. I'm going to put this in there too. It'll be okay on the side. And we're going to cover it in plastic wrap or a towel or whatever. You want it to be able to breathe. So if you do cover it in plastic wrap, make sure you poke holes in it. But we're going to cover it in, can you get a towel over there? It's like on the 2nd shelf. Yeah. Yep.
Here we go.
Yes. So we're going to cover it with a towel and allow it to rise for an hour in a warm place. So we're going to just take that, and literally it's warm in LA, so we're just going to sit it to the side and
we wait.
Yes, we wait.
So cool. Wow.
So that's how it's going to look. And now we are ready to roll our dough out. So since we're doing our beignets 2 ways, we're going to do half of the dough in the oven and we're going to fry half of the dough. So my oven has been preheated to 375. So it's about ready now for the baked beignets to go in. And we've also been warming some oil on the stove. You want your oil to be at 350 at the most, so it doesn't, pop all over the place and stuff. So I don't have a rolling pin here with me. I just moved to LA, y'all, so do not chew my head off about this. I don't have a professional rolling pin, so I'm going to use this water bottle. Okay. So if you don't have, this is a fun fact, if you don't have a rolling pin at home, then you can use anything that's cylindrical, such as this Gatorade water bottle, and it'll do the trick.
Right.
Okay, so we are going to lightly flour our surface. And I'm also going to flour my water bottle so the dough doesn't stick to it. So just flour it a little bit, just like that. Yes. Yes, so now my water bottle is floured and ready to go. We're also going to need a knife, so let's grab... We're going to use a knife because I also don't have a pastry wheel to cut our dough once we roll it out, but it's okay. Right. So we have a knife, so I'm using a chef's knife, but if you do have a pastry wheel or a pizza cutter, then definitely, use that. So we're going to take half of that dough, and I'm going to flour my hands a bit just so the dough doesn't get all over my hands.
Wow, super cool.
And I'm going to take half of it and I'm going to put it on our surface. Now this first half that I'm going to roll out is going to be for baking. We're gonna bake this because it's gonna need to bake for 10 to 12 minutes. And while we're doing that, we're gonna fry some up
as the appetizer.
Okay.
As I told you.
Yeah. So now we're gonna roll this out to 1/2 inch.
Okay.
And yeah, we're gonna roll it out. So we want it to be kind of even on all sides, so you can get like the same size, you know, stuff. Okay. So I started it. I'll let you finish. So it just needs to be like a little thinner than what it is right now. Yeah, look at that. Okay, I'm gonna just go the other way a little bit.
Look, I'm playing.
Just a little bit.
That
was perfect. That was really good. I am going to line up my edge. I'm just gonna make a straight edge here.
Okay.
And make sure if you are using a knife, like if you do decide to go home and do this, don't drag the knife through the dough, because if you do that, it'll end up just dragging everything, and you won't get a perfect square.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, yes, fun tips for you guys to know. So, I already greased my baking sheet, and we're just going to put all of these on there and bake them. All right, and once all of your beignets are on your baking sheet, pop them in the oven, 10 to 12 minutes. All right, so we have everything set up on the stove, and we have to move to the back burner for our other camera purposes, so you guys can get, you know, the full experience of what's going on up in here. So I also took some confectioner's sugar, and I don't have a sifter, so I'm using some cheesecloth, and I'm gonna do a makeshift sifter. So I'm just putting a little bit in here, and I'm gonna dust the top of my beignets as soon as they come out of the grease and as soon as they come out of the oven. So we're doing both of those. The ones in the oven have about literally 3 minutes left on them, so we have to get it cracking. All right, there we go. Yeah, just like that. Okay. So yeah, our oil is ready. So as you see, it's going to pop up like this and start to brown. And this is a small piece, so it's browning really fast. And you want to make sure you flip it over so it can brown evenly on both sides. So yeah, so we can go ahead and put another one in there. Okay. I'll do this one there. You gotta do the next one.
I gotta see how it goes.
Yeah, that looks really good.
Okay. It does. Delicioso.
The bigger ones are gonna make, you know, more room. Yeah, more room when you put it in there. So just be careful if you're using grease. I personally don't like to fry anything, so this is like
I count on one hand how many times I've fried stuff. Yes. So that's all I was like,
So yeah, they're looking good. This one is looking really good already. So we can fit 2 more in this little pot. I'm using a small pot because I didn't want to use a bunch of grease. But yeah, we could literally do 2 more.
I'm like, oh, walk it off my hand. Oh yeah, and we're putting them on a plate with the paper napkins.
Oh yeah. Sorry, I didn't tell you guys. Make sure you are draining all of this extra oil. Thank you so much, Raven. See, we need to do this. We need to do this all the time. Right. Let me know in the comments if y'all like my cooking videos better with Raven. Please don't be mean. Don't be mean, don't be mean. But just let me know down in the comments. Also, let me know if you've ever been to Cafe Du Monde. If you've had the beignets, the hot chocolate, the coffee, any of that. The menu ain't that big.
The orange juice.
Or the orange juice. Whatever you had. Let us know in the comments. The orange juice.
Oh, let me go to Cafe Beignet.
Cafe Du Monde got orange juice. Not orange juice. Is it fresh squeezed? See, I don't even know.
I don't know, but it was good. Okay, so well, that's maybe, perhaps.
That's good that it was good. Hey, Beignet. Hey, Beignet. Hey, Beignet. Hey, All right. Don't do that at home, y'all. Make sure you're paying attention to what you're baking. Okay,
yeah, exactly.
All right, so these are looking good. They're taking a little longer because I do have 3 in the pot, which is actually kind of good because we can watch them.
All right, should we sprinkle these?
So just like at Cafe Du Monde, we're gonna put 3 on the plate. And we are going to sprinkle them with the powdered sugar. Let me grab this. So now since I have this, it's gonna be like, you know, a little different, but sifted or whatnot. You can just dump it on there. But I didn't really want, you know, the huge clumps.
Right.
On there, how they be looking.
Oh, this looks so good.
Yes.
Wow.
Does look good. We are back and we have finished our beignets 2 ways. Oh, okay. So I'm really excited, right? 2 chains, whole person. That's my favorite part. Whenever you say that, I'll be gone. 2 chains, whole person. I was like, dang. So we have our baked beignets over here to the left, and we have our fried beignets over to the right. I'm really excited about how these came out. Are you?
Me too. I am. My mouth is like watering.
Right. They look so good. They smell so good. The differences between the two, like the baked beignets, they obviously didn't brown as well because they're baked, and but they just look so good. They look very, very good, and the fried beignets look just like the ones from Cafe Du Monde. I mean, a little rough around the edges, maybe, but they look exactly the same. So we just about to dig in. Which one we gonna try first? Okay, yeah, we're gonna try the baked one first. Okay. Cheers. Okay. Okay.
I like it.
It's good, but you know, it's not that beignet, you know?
Right.
I feel like part of it has to deal with the fact that it is vegan, but it's really good. This is really, both of them are vegan, but that is not fried.
Right.
You know? I'm excited.
Cheers.
Cheers. There it is. There it is.
That crunch.
There it is.
You heard that crunch?
That was so good.
This right here is what I know to be a beignet.
Yeah.
No offense to you, baked.
Right. The bagels are good, but a beignet is a fried piece of dough. And those are really good, but I'm so glad we did this today. And I'm so, they're just so good. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any comments, let us know down in the description box below. I'm going to put all Raven's tags down in the bottom. Make sure you go head over to her channel to see the collab that we did about stuff that we like on the West Coast versus the South. It's really dope, has a lot of good information out there for anyone if you want to just learn about the South or the West, or if you planning on moving to LA.
Yes.
So
we can be friends.
Right. So thank you guys so much for watching. I'm glad you enjoyed this video. Make sure you like it, share it with everybody you know, and comment. I want your voices to be heard. Make some chitter up in the chitter chatter. Make some chitter chatter down in the comments. So thank y'all. And I'll see you in the next one.